Welcome back to the PokeGym, everyone, and in this video we are going to go over the new eBay policy concerning high-end trading cards. But before we get into that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below and let me know if you think this is a good or a bad thing. So here we are with the new eBay service being offered. It says no fakes, no fraud, no doubt. That is the slogan or motto that will be a part of this. So what is this exactly? So it says we're now authenticating high value trading cards. So what's going into this? They're going to be using professional authenticators using CGC and CSG to authenticate that the high value trading cards that you're buying off of eBay are what they say they are. So it's that guarantee, the authenticity guarantee as it says right there, and it's no cost to you. So you don't pay any extra for this service where eBay and CGC/CSG are teaming up to see if you get the correct card that was sold to you. So scrolling on down, once again, same thing there. So how it works, look for the cards with the blue authenticity guarantee checkmark. So moving forward, it will show you a blue check mark, and those items are a part of or eligible for this authenticity guarantee. So when you buy the card, the seller, instead of shipping it to you, now ships it to CGC or CSG. Then it is verified by the company, the CSG or CGC. It gets packaged up with a anti-tamper-proof seal. You get a QR code where you can see some stuff about it, and then it's put in a little case and sent to you. So on returns, before you make your purchase, check the seller's return policy. If the seller doesn't accept returns, your purchase is considered final sale. So keep that in mind. If the seller has a return window, you must open your return within that window. In the unlikely event your card is damaged in transit, you can still open a return. So we'll get more on that later in the FAQs, which we'll go over. Authentic without a doubt. So get what you ordered. So they'll get your item at the authenticator, and then the first thing they're going to do, it says they're going to check that it matches the description. So what card that the seller sends to the authenticator is the card that you bought. Then the authenticator will go through their inspection of the card to see, hey, is this in the condition that it was claimed to have been in? And then they seal it up and send it to you. So here's a little slideshow, or whatever you want to call it, of what your cards will look like when they arrive to you in that little cardboard box, in the blue box, and then your card will be on this cool little display. There's a little YouTube video if you want to go look more about it. And so it says a new age of collecting has arrived. So they're trying to, be pioneers in this space of this guarantee without grading. So this is not an actual grading, even though it is going to CGC and CSG. Your cards actually are not graded in this process. So here are the FAQs. We'll run through them really quick. Some of them we've already hit on. What's the authenticity guarantee? It's a service to help you shop with confidence, and as a buyer, you always want to make sure what you bought is true, especially in high-end collectibles. So that is what this is supposed to help with. I know a lot of people have horror stories about buying stuff and it not arriving, or that's fake or something like that. So this is supposed to help cut a lot of that out. So once again, how does it work? You're looking for the blue check mark, the authenticity guarantee check mark. That is an eligible item. The seller ships it to the authentication facility, then it goes through the checks, which we've gone over, and then it will be packaged up and sent to you. One thing to take note here, this is a signature required shipping for purchases over $750 or cards over $750. And then once again, I hit on this earlier, this is not a grading process. You will not receive a graded card. It is just to check that it is an authentic card in the condition that you bought it in. So maybe in the future they will actually add a service to where you can have it graded during this time. Who knows? So what items are eligible? So here's a big thing. ungraded. So, you know, I guess if you buy a graded card, it should already be authenticated and whatnot. But so these are ungraded cards, sports cards, collectibles, you know, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, non-sports card trading. So like, you know, Marvel cards, and I guess Garbage Pail Kids, maybe stuff like that. So 750 and above. And then right here is kind of another high point. It says check back for updates and new eligible price points. So this 750 mark could change. No one knows, you know, when that could happen, but there's a possibility that 750 could change higher or lower. And then here's another takeaway: sets, lots, kits, decks, boxes, packs, patches / jerseys, wardrobe costume cards, and autograph cards do not qualify. So if you're buying high-end sports cards with an autograph on it, those cannot be sent through this process. They are not eligible. And then location: everyone must be located in the US or the territories, Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands included. Armed forces, postal locations are not covered. And then if the listing is a local pickup listing as well, or items shipped to PO boxes, are not eligible for this. So will I be charged a fee? No, it is no fee to anyone on this. After what happens at the authenticator, they look at your card like we went over. I won't really go through that again. Who is authenticating the card? Here we go, just to show you I wasn't lying. CGC and CSG, so that's the sports card and collectible card part of CGC. How long will it take? So here's a big question that you probably want answered. So it says 1 to 2 days after receipt is how long it'll take CGC or CSG to do their check on it. And then after that, it will be sent to you with your 4-day shipping. So let's say, for argumentative purposes, that the shipper takes a 4-day shipping time to the authenticator. They take 2 days, and then it's another 4 days back to you. So we're at about 10 business days on this. So you're looking at about 2 weeks before you'll get your card after it's shipped. Tracking of this, obviously you'll want to keep track on where your collectible is. So this will all be through the purchase history on eBay's site. You don't have to go anywhere else to see your updated tracking numbers and whatnot. Is the signature confirmation required for delivery? So this should be another key giveaway on the price point could change. It says only for cards 750 and above. So that should tell you that at some point in the future it could drop below 750. I think that is a big shadowing of that to happen, in my opinion. What if the item does not pass inspection? So say your card gets to the authenticator and they say, hey, this is in not the condition it was sold in. So you'll be refunded, and I'm assuming the card is shipped back to the seller. It doesn't specifically say that, but I can only speculate that that is what would happen. What should I do if I change or cancel my order? So on the off chance you have buyer's remorse, it has to be super quick. So if you read right here, within an hour of purchase, if the seller has not yet shipped the item. So, but after it's shipped, it looks like it's kind of no cancel until you get it. And then it says, unfortunately, we cannot accommodate for address changes. So we're talking about the 2-week turnaround time. So if you move in that 2 weeks, you could be SOL on your card. So don't move if you're buying high-end collectibles, I guess is the key takeaway there. Why is it shipping to my address? We went over that earlier. It'll be shipped to the authentication facility first. And then, so the original tracking isn't going to show your address. What does final sale mean? So, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Trading cards with the guarantee is considered final sale when the seller doesn't offer returns. Whoops. Or the return is requested outside the seller's stated return window, which I think is usually, what, 30 days? You know, you should have your card within 30 days if everything goes to plan. We know sometimes with grading companies, timeframes aren't all that great. Can I return this purchase with authenticity guarantee if I change my mind? So that's if the seller accepts returns and you are within their window. If not, no. What if it doesn't arrive? You can report it, and then the eBay money back guarantee kicks in. What if it's arrived damaged? So this is actually this question and the next question. So how does this process work? If the seller offers returns, you will first send the returned item to the authentication facility. So it goes back to CGC or CSG. Then, like before, 2 business days, they will inspect it to see if it matches what they sent you. Then, on top of that, the tamper seal must not be messed with. So don't go through ripping stuff open as soon as you get your card to inspect it, etc., etc. So after all that, once they verify that, the authenticator will ship the item to the seller and a refund will be processed. The seller or buyer, as defined by the listing, is responsible for shipping costs to the authenticator, and eBay covers it back to the seller. So I'm assuming it's the buyer in this case would make it go pay for shipping to the authenticator. In my opinion, that's a good thing because that should cut down on fraud by people trying to change out cards and send them in. And now they're also out of pocket, you know, what, $4 or whatever it costs to ship something. So why was it sent back to the authenticator after return? So this is kind of touching on what I've already touched on. The authenticator determines the returned item is the exact same item. So that's what they're doing here. They're making sure that the buyer did not, you know, screw it with it and put a new card in there and send it back. So that is also seller protection, in my opinion. So that's a good thing. And then this is a big one, big one, big one. Can I choose not to have my item authenticated? Not at this time. So if it has that blue check mark, this process has to happen. So those are the main takeaways from all of this. I hope you got something out of it. Maybe me going over it one by one was a little better than you reading through it by yourself. Once again, I think that this is a very good thing that has a lot of positives to it. Yes, I realize that there are some negatives as well, but overall I think this is a positive thing. Once again, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on this and let's get some discussion going. Well, there you have it, everyone. We went over the new eBay policy concerning high-end trading cards. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any more questions and we'll see if we can get those answered. So until next time, have a good one.